Your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
It's the Russell Reed Show.
Welcome to the Russell Reed Show, ladies and gentlemen. Sitting with me live in studio, Playboy cover model, actress, TV host, Lisa Neeld. Welcome. Thank you for making the journey up from Warren.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Where do we start? Let's start with the movies.
Okay.
How many movies have you appeared in?
4. Wait, 3?
Blonde
3.
moment.
I know. Well, because the first
4.
one when I was only 18, so we can count that though. I mean, it was, like I didn't really know what I was doing, but let's count it. So let's go with a total of 4 then.
Your PA's putting up 4 fingers.
They always got to help me.
And do you find it challenging?
Yes, I love it.
Love it.
Yeah.
And you also do the VIP. Mm-hmm. And that's on the CW, I'm sorry.
CW.
Down in the Youngstown area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's premiering October
6th. Is the first time, yeah. At noon. Yeah, we got a way better time slot this year.
Okay. And what was the original time slot?
6:30 a.m. But it was... Well, no. The way I looked at it was like it was morning reality. So like while you were getting the kids ready for school and getting ready for work, we started your day off. So see, it had its, bonuses and plus side. 6:30, okay, it's early. I know.
No, that pause was I saw a few clips in the past that's out there. Yeah, getting the kids ready and seeing beautiful women in bathing suits.
Yeah.
That was a perk for the guys.
Right.
Yeah, and then, women tend to be haters.
Yeah, you'll have that.
And that just, noon's a little bit better time slot than 6
right before
a.m.
football, so on Sundays.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's good.
So it's Sundays,
Sunday.
noon.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what's the show about?
Everything I do.
Everything you do?
Yep. So pretty much everything. Well, a lot of people they think I just have everything done for me and handed to me, and I just do nothing. Little do they know. So I drive the kids to school. I do all these other things, the mom things and the wife things, and then the modeling things. So it's all of it put together just to show like I'm a jack of all trades or something.
Okay, and
that's what we want to call it.
So when you film the season's pretty much you do it over a week's time. You pre-record everything.
Yeah, a lot of it. When we go into filming, like it's jam packed for for the first episode, it was like 2.5 weeks straight, like every day filming something. Because then you had to film the actual event, what was there, and then thinking ahead because it doesn't air until 3 months from there. So you're trying to think ahead of things and fill holes, and it's a little hectic. So yeah, we don't get out and do anything when we're filming. It's just strict filming. That's it.
And what are the hours?
Oh my gosh, we were 6:30 in the morning sometimes because we had to show like getting ready for the day and with the kids and things like that, all the way up to like 1-2 in the morning just to like film. Yeah, there was a couple of days we were like 14-hour days, like back to back, but we had to get it done. So
And what's the normal movie? The movies you're in. What's the normal movie schedules?
About the same. The last movie that I did, Candyland, I was on set for a total of 3 days, and it was the same thing, 14, 15. Actually, I think that, for the record, that might have been the longest. I think I was there like 17 hours. It was a long time, yeah.
We've had Eddie, the writer-director, on, and yeah, I could see that being a long day. I mean,
it was fun.
And if you had your choice, TV, I mean, every day, your reality, or a movie here and there, what would you choose?
That's a good question. I don't know. I would, You know what? I would probably go with the movies, just because you get to play a different character and it's different form of creativity and expression. But with the reality. But then again, I'm kind of a control freak, so the reality, I have, all the say in it. Well, next to the producer, but I pretty much, say I want to do this or I don't want to do that. So that's.
Yeah, viewers of the show know that when we had the cast of Candyland on, it was a horror movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What other, the other 3 movies, what were they?
They were all horror flicks.
So
I'm a scream queen.
You're a scream queen.
Yeah, I just was titled that on the Horror Society website. Did you see that? It's an upcoming scream queen. I'm like, yeah.
And do you have anything coming up that any movies that are?
Yes, actually, it's something that we're talking about for next year, shooting another horror flick. And actually, though, this Saturday I shoot another movie here up in Cleveland, but it's not a horror movie. It's actually like I would say a suspense, thriller, romance type. So, and I don't die in this one. That's all I could say. That's it. I'm authorized to say. Oh, I keep hitting this. I'm gonna make it squeak or whatever. But but yeah, that's all I know is I just don't die, because every movie I've done other than The Girl, which was the first movie, I've died. I don't make it out alive now. They always got to kill me off.
When we had them in here, we came up with the rules, how to survive them. And it says if you're blonde with big boobs, you never survive.
Yeah, I know. That's wrong.
I mean,
stereotypes.
It's just how they're written. I don't know.
I know. It's crazy.
Why do they run upstairs? There's no way out unless you jump out a window. But
yeah, we'll see. For the record, in any of the movies that I've done when I've died, I've not run up the stairs. Okay, at least I'm smarter than that. I get yanked out of cars. Now I'm helpless. What are you going to do,
So you started your first movie at 18. Mm-hmm. And the time frame, do you think that you've improved?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And do you take acting classes? Or
No. When I was I must have been 14 or 15, I went to acting class in Akron. John Robert Powers, you remember when they were
vaguely,
there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a while ago, a couple years, But, I took acting with them, but nothing really, serious. I just kind of...
And you're also a model. When did you start modeling?
I did a lot of local modeling when I was younger, 14, 15, 16, but it was all local, beauty pageants and that kind of thing. And that was it. I never,
then at one point,
that was it.
Yeah.
Then one point when I'm 29 years old,
the rabbit ears came into play. Now, the weird questions I've asked people, because, Playboy is international, worldwide, and now we're in the dawn of the internet. Mm-hmm. You have Cyber Playboy, Playboy.com.
Right.
And from people who were on Playboy.com and Cyber Playboy and all that, who are willing to talk about it, they informed me, I'm going to ask you, that there's no association between that and the Playboy brand of magazines.
Well, they're all separate divisions. I had a couple of... trying to think which magazine. If it was from the first magazine I was in, they actually took the pictures, and the ones that they didn't publish, they put into the Cyber Club. Okay. So they'll do things like that. But yeah, the actual print division, it's totally different.
Totally different.
Yeah, as far as once they publish something, they don't usually put those ones into, you know what I mean? Into the thing, into the website. So. And
for the Playboy golf models, the haters out there, are they associated any way with Playboy?
Well, they are a Playboy brand. That is a Playboy branded event. For instance, 2 years ago in Pittsburgh, I was there. I can't remember which magazine. See, I have 6 of them, so I'm trying to remember which one it was. But we were there promoting the actual magazine. Okay. One of the special editions. So we were there, but there's other girls that that have never been in the magazine or things like that. So that's not even the same. Okay. You know what I mean? We were there as models for Playboy, not with. I'm not quite sure how all that works. Okay. But I know that they try out for that. You can just go there and try out and. they use, then you could do the golf outing or whatever.
Okay.
And they hope though, like they hope at the end, like that it's based on votes of all the guys there.
Yeah, then they go to Vegas or something
so
for
it's
another.
kind of like a promo, like competition thing, I guess.
Now, what made you go from modeling to Playboy?
Actually, I did a project with a photographer back in Niles, and we just for something to do, because I had, let's just say my body changed a little, so I want to take some photos of it. And so that was it. Nothing was not like, oh, I want to take pictures to go into Playboy or anything like that. I just did it just to do it.
Okay.
So then he's done with them. He says, let's send these into Playboy. These are that good. I said, get out of here. Now, I was 29. I was like, are you crazy? Like, no way. I'm like, they like the 18-year-olds, and I'm too old. There's no way. I have 2 kids. I'm like, no way will they ever even take me. He's like, oh, come on, let's just send them in. Okay, fine. So we send them in, and, well, there's where it started.
Okay. Now, when you have to be very careful on how you are addressed. You're a Playboy cover model, and that is a Playboy Playmate is someone that did the centerfold.
Right. They're the monthly. So like Miss August, Miss September, whatever, whichever like that. That would be a Playmate. So we're anybody who's and I brought you some magazines so you could see the difference and everything. But they're Playboy models. Now, so anyone who's appeared in a special edition is allowed to say that they're a Playboy model. Okay. Now, I made the cover, so mine gets bumped up, of course.
Okay. Now,
it's not going to say cover.
Here's one that may have been asked before. 2 kids.
Yep.
And they came before or after Playboy?
Before. Yeah.
Okay.
Well before, yeah.
We are in the internet age.
Yeah.
And if you put in the right words in Google or Google Chrome or Yahoo or whatever, they will pop up.
Right, right.
I know your kids will not do it, but your kids' friends, because they're all of that age.
Yeah.
And their parents and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Is there is that an issue, or do they just, no one really asks, so no one really comes out and tells?
No, like in the beginning, when the first issue appeared, our media, they did a story on me, both newspapers there in Youngstown. I was on some of the news shows and everything. So for the most part, everybody's response was like, wow, this is really cool. Somebody from our area, made it into Playboy, and add the fact that I'm a mom, is even cooler, because, wow, they don't just take those 18-year-olds, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was very supportive. My children, they are in a school district that's very small, so we didn't know how that was gonna unfold.
And being in a small community, they either will love it or hate it.
Right. And for the most part, everybody loves it. Like, now, and I'm not being judgmental, because I'm not a judgmental person. To each their own. I don't care what people do. Like, I would think if it would have been like a Hustler magazine, yeah, totally different. But when you say Playboy, you're talking about some of the most beautiful women in the world have appeared somewhere along the way since 1953 when it started. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you look at that and you go, that's iconic. So I think because of it being, that it was Playboy, then it was more accepted. But I still, you still hear the random, comment of, well, she was naked and that's still porn. And okay, well, I guess it is. We're not going to deny it. You know what I mean? Because we're proud of it. But as far as like all my son's friends and parents, they were all really cool about it. I mean, everybody is really supportive. You get a here and there, like I said, but yeah.
Now, if it wasn't for, this is a question I've always wanted to ask, because, we could go Jenny McCarthy, we could go Victoria Silverstedt. The list goes on and on, where appearing in Playboy's boosted their acting career. Has that helped you out?
Well, actually, that's how, I hate to say I don't have acting, so because I think I do, but that's actually what got me in, because they want, oh, well, you're in Playboy. So therefore, oh, let's put you in a movie. And I think at first, like, that's why I got, like, smaller roles, because they're like, well, just because you're pretty doesn't mean you could act.
Right.
But then I showed them,
Okay.
Yeah.
And that, I'm assuming, was a producer came up to you and said, hey, I have an idea for a reality show. And was that based off of your movie acting or the magazine and the modeling?
I'm trying to think when all that started. The reality, I believe, started I was actually just shooting the second movie, so I was just still new in it.
Okay.
And it was one of those things that I talked with the producer, and then we talked with the TV station, and can we do this? Can we do this? Yeah, okay, fine, let's do it. Like it seemed to work out. So I wouldn't say that, it really probably had nothing to do with the acting. I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
it wasn't that weird. Like, it has nothing to do with acting.
and the show's called VIP with Lisa Neeld.
Yeah.
And what does VIP? I know VIP is a very important person, but is that?
Yeah, that's basically.
Okay. I didn't know if it was.
Yeah, we just called it VIP because we're like. Plus, we have different, like, I show the girls, like, some of the models on there, and, my children, my husband, things like that. So I'm like, those are all VIP to me. You know what I mean? So it kind of fits all of it. Like, we're not just saying, I'm the VIP. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's VIP. It's a different lifestyle we have than most,
And
households there. And
your husband's been on the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yet he ran and hid as soon as the cameras came
I
on.
know. Where did he go? Yeah, he doesn't like the camera. He's very shy.
And
Yeah.
how the kids like the show?
They love it. Oh, my goodness. My daughter,
Diva. Sorry.
and you said it right. Oh, my gosh. It's like the camera comes on, and she's like, Mom, get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to be mean, like mother, like daughter, but 2 minutes before you went on air, what were you doing? You had a mirror.
Well, that was like hair placement and make sure, things were in order,
Yeah. Okay. No, because the reason I brought that up is we all remember the Ozzy Osbourne MTV.
Yeah.
You saw Jack and you saw Kelly, but he has a third daughter. And she never wanted to have anything to do with the show. And it was, I don't know if it was, I think it was the eldest daughter. The name's escaping me. But the funny part was, Senator Netso said she was a bitch. And she did not, sign a release. She did not want to have anything to do with it. But if they're filming in the living room, she'll come in and sit in the middle of everything. So they had to stop filming.
Oh,
So
wow.
she was you hear this, you read it. So, I mean, I don't know how true it is, but there was a third daughter that wanted nothing to do with it.
Huh.
And
Wow.
they just kind of made it like she kind of sabotaged everything. And, but the whole family was behind the show and they can't wait. Do you watch yourself?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you go,
I'm the tough critic. Everybody else, because oh, it's so wonderful, it's this, and I'm like, what was I doing there? We should have did this different. I'm tough. on
and,
myself,
and,
yeah.
and same with, with all your pictorials and all your modeling.
Yeah. Everything. Yep. Yeah, I analyze it.
And are you still active with Playboy?
Actually, no. My last magazine appeared, I'm trying to think which year that was, 2010.
Oh,
so just a couple years ago. So, yeah. And I was in a total of five. So,
5?
Yep. Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And no regrets. And
Nope.
parents are all cool with it. And
Actually, my mom, because she raised me on her, with the help of my aunt and uncle, but yeah, she's not here, so she passed away. Yeah, like 7 years ago. Yeah, 7. So what would have her reaction been? Well, she'd probably been like, "What, Lisa Marie? That's nude," and then she'd have been like, "All right, that's all right."
now, if your daughter wants to follow in your footsteps, are you for that?
Yep, absolutely. She's 18. Go right ahead.
I mean, a lot of them are like, don't follow my footsteps. Don't do that.
Well, that's what I always, and it's funny because if you were to ask my husband right now, he would tell you the same thing. I always base things on, like, I make my judgments as far as, like, what I will do and what I will not do, whether it's a photo shoot, a movie, whatever. And I always say, well, if my daughter, same thing, if my daughter or my son said, I want to do this, and I go, the hell you are, then I'm not doing it either. Because then you become a hypocrite, and vice versa. I don't want, like, because it is the internet, everything's on the internet. So if my son comes home from school tomorrow and says, "Hey Mom, what about this picture that maybe is not Playboy style? Maybe it's a little bit rougher." I don't want to be embarrassed, and I don't want him to be ashamed, because like we talked about already, like the Playboy is iconic. So everybody goes, okay, you were in Playboy, that's awesome. But if you were, oh, well, you're in blah, 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 and you doing some very risque poses, then maybe that's not so cool.
Yeah, like you said, they're iconic. Even you brought up earlier, Hustler, it's iconic, but in the wrong way.
Right. And that's the thing. Like, I'm not like, bless those hearts of those girls that do it too, because I don't judge them. You know what I mean? Like, if they want to do it, hey, whatever. For me, no, it's just, we did Playboy, fine, but as far as any other nude magazine, no more.
Okay.
I was topless. I did Easy Rider in the Winds. I was on the cover of that. Now that was topless, but that's as far, I mean, so yeah, I won't do nude magazines anymore.
Okay, and
no, I still shoot nude photo shoots, but it's all Playboy style. It's nothing that would, be too risque.
Yeah.
Or,
now, being a cover model, are you invited to all the events at the Playboy Mansion?
I've been there 8 times actually.
Okay.
Yeah, 8 times. And Uncle Hef, that's what we call him. Uncle Hef is amazing. He's so sweet. You can always get like tickets to go back and things like that. I haven't been there since 2 years ago, I believe. 2 years ago. I'm gonna take my husband though, I think next year, for the next party, because he hasn't been there.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. He's gonna love that.
And does he? Just once a year or twice a year parties there, or just the big holidays?
Yeah, it actually depends. Like when I first started, it actually goes in rotations. Like when you're first new with them and you're the new faces, you're invited to everything. And like there's so many parties, but then you start noticing that either they don't have as many, or because now it's new for somebody else. It's a constant, turnover of girls and things like that. So you don't get probably invited as much as in the beginning, that kind of thing. So
okay, and what was the first experience when walking into the iconic
first
mansion?
time? Oh my gosh, it was crazy. Gene Simmons pulled up in his whatever, I don't even know what kind of sports car this was. Pulled up, he just gets out like it's nothing. Like, hey, everybody, and you're like, that's Gene Simmons. And then there was Ron Jeremy. He was, yeah. You're like, everybody's like, yeah,
keep him
that's
away
Ron
from something
Jeremy.
like that.
You're like, okay, that's Ron Jeremy. And then there was another big porn star there. I can't remember her name now. So that was the first time, and you're just like, what is going on?
So you were almost like a guy, just like in awe of what
you're like, what is going on? Like all these, like, people that you see on TV or know of, and you're like, they're just right there, like, I like it's nothing. Yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah. Mini-Me. I met Mini-Me.
Vin Troyer.
Yeah. Got pictures with him. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it's
he's
crazy.
3 feet tall.
Yeah.
It was just from your waist down? Or did you actually put him on a stool?
Yeah.
Not to be mean.
Yeah. He was on a chair. Yeah. He was nice.
Okay, but so going back
Brett
to
Michaels, I met him.
Oh, that.
Yeah. Yeah. Trying to think. Sorry.
Chris is shaking his head like, oh.
Wait, do you like him or no?
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
He looks like Penny Marshall.
I don't know if people heard Chris's response was he looks like Penny Marshall.
Penny Marshall.
You ever see Penny Marshall with a do-rag on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay. I see where you're going with that. Okay.
And so how much of your pass on VIP do you go into, or is it just the daily every day?
Actually, last season we went into a little bit of like past things and stuff like that. Now this season we've taken a different spin though. It's all things that have happened like recent or about, within a month or so. So we're trying to keep it like really up to date, like oh, we saw that event like 3 months ago, and then you're just showing it. So who wants to really see it then? You know?
And do you do it during the school year, or do you do it more in the summertime or right before they head back to school?
Both.
Both?
Because, we filmed in the summer for this first episode, and we started filming some of the second. Now we have to finish the second and go into the third. So we'll have to start filming that, like probably, I think within another month.
Yeah, because
getting ready to start the
couple-
shooting schedule.
Yeah, it was like, I think it was a couple weeks ago. We were trying to get a phone interview, and your son's cross country meet ran a little bit late.
Yeah.
Do you film that, or because there are other people involved, you keep the cameras away?
Well, technically, you're allowed to film any event that's public. So if you want, you know what I mean? Like, there's no legalities. Like, if it's open to the public, technically, it's just like with the cell phones. If you take a video of it and post it on YouTube or Facebook, you were there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, really, what can they do? I don't film anything where it has to do with the kids, though, because then you start messing with, well, the parents don't like that, or it makes people uncomfortable or whatever, and that kind of thing. So we don't usually film like at those kind of events.
But
just because
most of the stuff that family would do, and your public appearances, and
that kind of stuff. We show things like going on in the household and things like that, and leading up to, like, say, the cross country meets or whatever. But we don't really show the actual, just because.
Okay, and you also
you'll get an angry parent then.
and you have your own modeling promotional company.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And how'd that come about?
Actually, that's been three years ago when I was doing all the Playboy stuff, and I was getting calls for every type of appearance, like bar signings and host this or MC this or, whatever kind of events. And then it turned into like, well, can you do a car wash? Well, how am I going to do a car wash with just me? Or can you do this, like calendars? Can you do this? Well, how am I going to do a whole, I do have my own calendar, but where you need more girls and things like that. So I'm like, who knows it now better than me? You know what I mean? Because I just can't stand when people do the modeling scam bull crap. You know what I mean? Like, well, I want to charge you $1,000 for pictures. Really? What do you need all those pictures for?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, we do take pictures up front because we need them. Because when, if you want to book an event and say you want to know who you're getting, or you should be able to have the option of picking if you, whatever. So we do that, but we don't, sell photos and sell acting classes. That's not what I do. That's not what we're all about. We just basically, we're promotional models. So for events, car washes, calendars, things like that. The client, they ask us, well, this is what we're looking for, and I send them out girls, and there you go.
And how many do you staff?
Right now I have 12.
12? Mm-hmm.
And I need more. Yeah, because it's just not enough. Because what happens is it's not a full-time job for them. So like they have other jobs and children. A lot of them, actually majority of them do have kids too. So you try to schedule something. Well, they're not available because they're at work or whatever. So I go in a rotation. Sometimes it gets down to like, well, I got like nobody. There's like 2 left. Please somebody take it. Because I don't want to miss the gig or the event or whatever. But if you don't have somebody to send, then what are you going to do?
This is all in the Youngstown, Warren area?
Yeah, I do keep it local there only because the appearances for them are like 2 to 3 hours. So if you're bringing, say, a girl from Cleveland down to Youngstown, chances are she's going to drive longer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I kind of use like local, within the area. But I do have a girl that lives in Newcastle, I believe. I think she's Newcastle. And she drives us. She don't care. She makes a trip. So... But yeah, I kind of just stay in that area just to make it worth their while.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. We're going to take our break, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. This is the Russell Reed Show with Lisa Neeld. Back in just a few minutes. Hang tight.
If you have a product or service, let people know about it. Get your message out there and advertise on Msc Radio Network. It's easier than you think, and the whole planet is listening. Find out how you can advertise. Email Chris@morningshowcenter.com. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more. Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com.
I know. Oh my God, I know what we're gonna do. Oh, it's so delicious, I can almost taste it.
If you're looking for the best sub shop in town, look no further. Hanini Subs, located at 7310 Lorraine Avenue, is the place for you. Stop in for a cold cut sub, cheeseburger and fries, wingdings and fries, and so much more.
I can almost taste it.
Hanini Subs at 7310 Lorraine Avenue is open 24 hours a day. Check them out on Facebook, facebook.com/burrito crazy. And if you mention MSC Radio Network, you'll get $1 off your meal. It's all good at Hanini Subs.
Oh, damn good.
Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. Lakewood Computer, located at 14035 Madison Avenue in Lakewood, has it all. If you're in need of computer repairs or want to cut the cost of ink cartridges and printing supplies, count on Lakewood Computer in Lakewood, Ohio to provide it all. For the past 5 years, Lakewood Computer has been providing you with a huge assortment of computer equipment and services at very competitive prices. Lakewood Computer purchases and sells pre-owned desktops, laptops, and related equipment. And they offer outstanding prices on aftermarket printing supplies, including toner cartridges and ink cartridges. With 29 years of professional experience, Lakewood Computer is highly confident in their ability to enhance your overall computing experience. Check them out online at joeslakewoodcomputer.com. That's joeslakewoodcomputer.com. Or give them a call toll-free, 855-580-0768. That's 855-580-0768. Heard of the 7 deadly sins?
You are evil! Pure evil! Pure evil!
They're nothing compared to Uncensored Net Noise's 7th annual birthday bash.
But I gotta do this.
Friday, September 20th at the Rock City Tap House in Parma. Live on stage, it's Morality Check, Necros Obscura, The Burning Harlots, Darling Waste, and more for this amazing all-ages show.
Because of your words, I'm not ready to destroy.
All the details for the 7th annual Uncensored Net Noise Birthday Bash at MSCRadioNetwork.com.
MSC Radio Network has just tweeted the following. This bowel movement won't come out.
Check us out on Twitter at twitter.com/MSC Radio Network. User-friendly and ready to serve. MorningShowCentral.com. Call the show toll-free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on MorningShowCentral.com. Pete 99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Hey, local bands and unsigned artists. What if I told you there was a place in Cleveland where you can get your merch made and have it sold in one location? What if I said you could bring your CDs and tickets to upcoming shows to this location? And what if I said you could do live acoustic sets at this location? I bet you're thinking there's no such place in Cleveland. Guess what? You'd be wrong. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland, and tell him you need merch made and you want to sell it in his store. Now, how cool is that? You can tell your fans to come down and get your stuff, and I think he'd ship your products to your fans. And he's local. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland today. 216-622-0377. That's 216-622-0377. The following message is for those with a credit score of 800 and below. Who wouldn't want better credit? Did you ever wonder how different life would be from just having a higher credit score? Are you tired of being turned down for any kind of loan or only offered high interest rates because your credit score is holding you prisoner? Life doesn't have to be that way anymore with access to Turnscor. By increasing your credit score only 50 to 100 points, it can potentially save you tens of thousands of dollars in interest over just a 5 to 10 year period. It can be the difference in getting approved for a personal loan, business loan, high limits on credit cards, a brand new car lease, or even a home mortgage. We see so many ads from companies that give us our credit score, but once we get our credit score, what are they going to do to actually repair your credit? Unfortunately, nothing. Until now, Turnscor is the first automated credit repair platform that is simple, safe, and secure. You'll be empowered right from the comfort of your own computer, so you can challenge and repair your credit report to ensure it's fair and accurate. Turnscor is specifically developed with you in mind. There's no more need for an attorney, credit repair companies, or credit counseling. More importantly, no more need for paying higher fees. Turnscor will help you get back on track and get the buying power you need. So whether you have bad credit, average credit, or even good credit, Turnscor is helping turn lives around one credit score at a time. Go to turnscor.com and enter the promo code MSC20 and get $20 off your purchase. That's TURNSCOR.com. TURNSCOR.com. Turnscore.com. With hundreds of live weather products and layers and thousands of combinations, Weather Studio provides a professional graphics and store monitoring solution without complex user knowledge and without the industry standard price tag of $1,000 plus broadcast systems. Weather Studio displays a plethora of critical atmospheric and geophysical data on an interactive GIS-enabled computer map. Get your free 14-day trial of Weather Studio at their website, weatherstudio.paulmarv.com. That's weatherstudio.paulmarv.com. Heard of the 7 deadly sins?
You are evil! Pure evil! Pure evil!
They're nothing compared to Uncensored Net Noise's 7th annual birthday bash.
But I gotta do this.
Friday, September 20th at the Rock City Tap House in Parma. Live on stage, it's Morality Check, Necros Obscura, The Burning Harlots, Darling Waste, and more for this amazing all-ages show.
Because of your words, I'm now ready to destroy.
All the details for the 7th annual Uncensored Net Noise Birthday Bash at MSCRadioNetwork.com.
Oh, wow. Language.
Okay, he was PMSing.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
Right from the start, you were a thief.
Welcome back to the Russell Reed Show.
And
Hey, the 7th annual Uncensored Net Noise Birthday Bash is coming up. The MSC Radio Network will be at Rock City Tap House, 5324 State Road in Parma on September 20th. Doors open up at 8 o'clock. Shows start at 9. Morality Check. Necros Obscura, The Burning Harlots, Darling Waste will be performing. $8 at the door. If you're 21 and under, it'll be $8 at the door plus a $3 cover. And learned something interesting at break. Now a lot of women have stripper poles in their bedrooms.
Oh, yeah.
What did you share with me that's in your bedroom?
I have a boxing heavy bag in our bedroom.
Well, I guess that, and your husband smiling, shaking his head like, well, if you're going to hit something,
let it be that bag, right?
Yeah,
Not
so
him.
You're into boxing.
Yes.
How did you get into boxing?
Actually, I just 2 years ago. Was it about 2 years ago, right, honey? 3 years ago. That's how I met my husband. Was my assistant went to his, I don't know, they were needing advertisers or something. And he found him and he's like, oh, well, I know this model and I work for her, blah, 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 blah. So do you need a ring girl, long story short? And he's like, yeah, we don't have a ring girl. Okay, so I can be the ring girl. Okay, so I get, and actually I was bitching at him because I get there and they said I had to wear, it's a professional boxing show, so you had to wear those media tags.
Yeah.
Well, okay, when it hangs down, what's it going to cover? Right?
Yeah.
I said, I'm not wearing that. So I looked at my assistant. I said, I'm not wearing that. Find the promoter. Well, and then this one guy, well, you got to wear it. You got to wear it. I said, I'm not wearing it. Find the promoter. Actually, I used a few choice words, but I won't say them. And so anyways, here he comes. So they bring him down, the promoter. Turns out to be my husband now. But anyways, and my assistant goes, she's not wearing that because I said, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to do my job and show the goods or you want me to cover it up?
But
anyways,
the media tag will enhance the goods because it will draw the attention down.
Well, no, because it kind of got lost in there, and then we're just sticking out. It was a bad look. But anyways, so he said, forget the tag.
And that was his idea to have you wear the media tag.
Yeah. So then, so that's where the whole boxing thing started. So I did the ring girl. Well, then I see them boxing. And I'm like, man, I'm liking this. So I go get some gloves for a photo shoot that I did for posters and stuff. I'm like, I start hitting the bag. I'm like, holy cow, I like this. So now I go get a heavy bag. I'm hitting. I'm like, yeah.
I'm just looking at the nails, and
oh no,
I know
they're protected in those gloves. I mean, I have the 12-ounce gloves, so they're probably a little more padded than the other, what they use in the fights. Oh yeah.
What do you?
I like hit hard too.
And the heavy bag you were, okay. I
got that jab thing down good. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. And actually,
and he's just sitting there nodding and laughing. Like, yeah.
Because it's a good workout. That's why I do it. Like I hit the bag for a workout because it defines your arms and your back. Oh yeah. Plus it makes me feel tough. Like I'd kick somebody's ass if I had to.
I'm just trying to figure out how to phrase a very harmless question without sounding like a typical guy and a pig. In boxing, you have the heavy bag and you have the speed bag, but the other major workout is running, okay. Jumping rope.
Yeah, I jump rope too. Because, see, you got to remember, these are implants, and they're stationary. I don't get the black eyes like the girls with the big.
I was trying to avoid that.
Oh, you can talk about my implants. It's fine.
No, that's why I said I wanted to phrase this properly without sounding like a pig, but I mean,
It's all right. Yeah, I don't get black eyes because, like, with implants, they're stationary. That's the best way to describe it. They're stationary because they're in there. They're in, like, the pockets or whatever. They're not bouncing anywhere. I run marathons with these bad girls.
Really? You run marathons?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, look. See? Oh, sorry, I keep bumping that. Sorry. See, 26.2.
That explains the sticker on the car.
Yeah, were you like, what the hell is 26.2?
No.
It's a marathon, yeah.
And what's your best time?
Well, in the marathon, 4:10.
Okay.
In the half marathon, 1:56.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little better at the halfer.
Have you ever considered triathlons?
I did. And actually, it's just that damn swimming. That's the only one I can't do. And now, if they had a dual athlon with the bike riding and the running, which I think they may, I'm going to look into it. I'd be all right with that.
No.
But that swimming, I got flotation devices. I don't swim well.
But you'd be buoyant. Sorry.
Yeah.
I had to go there.
Yeah, but then for speed, though, I wouldn't be any good. I'd be like, injured, I think.
Because you're in the Youngstown area, I'm just bringing this up. You're close to the West Virginia and Pennsylvania, mountains, rivers. There are triathlons that are running, biking, and kayaking.
Ooh, kayaking? I don't know about that. I'm not into kayaking. Well, I've never tried it, so I shouldn't say it. I usually try everything once. I've discovered it with sports, though. Anything involving balls is not for me. Whether it's catching it, throwing it,
we need to spin the cameras around because when that came out, everybody back there just started going, huh? And just got that look on their face, and all the guys are like, okay.
I golf, though. I'm trying to.
And how's that going?
Well, not quite as well. I mean, I'm only up to I only do the 9-holers. I'm not at the 18 yet. But I did like 54 and 52, and then I had 58 the last time. That's pretty good. I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. It's that damn putting stuff I got the problem with. I could drive that ball. It looks nice and pretty, but forget about it. Getting on that greens.
Drive for show, putt for dough.
That's what my husband says all the time.
That's what my father always beats it when we golf.
See? Yeah. I mean, I at least I look good when I go out there. I got the little golf skirt on and the ponytail back. And, I mean, I'm trying to get my Titleist endorsement. You know? Get on that LPGA.
But I thought balls were a problem.
Well, chasing them seems to be all right.
There you go. Now, and your son runs cross country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And your husband's a boxing promoter. Mm-hmm. And did you start running when he started running, or did he pick that up from you?
Actually, he got that from me. I will have to take credit for that, because in case you didn't know, this is one of my bragging rights. I was a big track star in high school.
Okay.
Yeah, and my junior year, I was second at state in the 300 hurdles. I kicked some ass and took some names. Yeah.
Okay.
And the girl I'll never forget, the only girl in the whole state of Ohio in Division III was from Columbus. She beat me, bitch. Anyways, but yeah.
Have a little problem letting that go?
Well, no.
I mean.
So actually the running stems back.
Okay.
Now, if those people watching, obviously you know, like a sprinter and a hurdler does not do distance. So you're probably like, what the hell? How'd you go from running short distance, from sprints being fast, to running marathons, which is an endurance sport? Well, they don't have hurdles for 35-year-olds, so I had to try something.
Now, when you do your marathons, are they local?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I've did a couple out of state, and we're actually going to Kentucky for the Louisville, Kentucky Derby. What is it?
Louisville.
Oh, sorry.
I was corrected.
Louisville. Whatever.
Yeah, I was corrected many times from people down there. It's not Louisville, it's Louisville.
See, I say Louisville. I thought it sounded, it's spelled like it,
yeah,
you know?
I know.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to argue. Now, when you do the marathons, are you there quietly, or do they announce that you're going to be there and run with you?
Half and half.
Half and half?
Yeah, because the one, oh gosh, I can't remember which one it was. Was it Cleveland or I can't remember. But I was one of the first, and we actually checked, and we had somebody research it with all models. How many models have done marathons, let alone from Playboy? And at that particular one, they're like, we have no record of it. We're like, all right, so I'm the first one.
Now,
yeah.
What are the drawbacks of the Lisa Neeld brand?
I don't know. I don't think any. No, I think sometimes people don't take me serious sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they think, well, you got blonde hair and big boobs, therefore you, like we talked about in the beginning, everything's handed to you. I'm like, really? I work harder and run 5 jobs while everybody's doing 1. And that's what I pride myself on. You know, everything I've gotten, you know, what with the Playboy and things like that, you know, I earned it. Like, I didn't know somebody that got me in or whatever. You know, everything that I've achieved, I did it.
Is that more gratifying than knowing somebody, you think?
Yeah. Yep.
And so you like the path you took instead of saying, I know somebody.
Yeah, because anybody could say, well, I know the editor at Playboy, that's how I got in. Well, okay, so somebody did you a favor. But I went, they didn't know me from, whoever. Sent the pictures in, that was it. Go to the casting, went through the interviews, and they liked me. So I did it legitimately. Nobody helped. Nobody had any secrets. It's funny because I get emails all the time on Facebook or emails and things like, well, how do I get in? Or can you help me get in? I'm like, here's what I did. Go do it. That's all you could say.
I mean, about the only advice is find a good photographer and just do it the old-fashioned way. Do the pictures you need to do and submit them and hope you get the ring on the phone.
Yeah, exactly.
And when they made that first call, what was your reaction?
I was jumping up and down. Yeah. I was like screaming, jumping up and down. like a little 2-year-old.
Did they give you, say, we need to know within X number of hours?
Well, yeah. No, actually, when she was on the phone, like whatever date she was giving, I was like, I'll be there. She's like, we have 2 weeks. We have this date and this date. Like one was, a few weeks later, or one was like in 2 weeks. Oh, no, I'll be there.
And where was the shoot at? Chicago?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And do they put you up or?
Yeah, they put you up, take care of all the expenses, anything that you might need. They pick you up, take you to the shoot. So you have literally nothing to worry about. They do all the hair, makeup. So actually it was the lightest trip I've ever packed for because I just had clothes to change for the next day. That was it. And you didn't bring nothing because they took care of everything.
And weird question. How long was the shoot? Was it an all day thing or was it just a couple hours?
No, it was all day. We started at like 9 in the morning and it was probably like a 10, 11 hour day because they shot like all the different sets because what they want, they want to shoot you as much as possible while you're there instead of bringing you back and that kind of thing and more expenses and things like that. So
they'll
get it all done.
4 or 5 covers all at once.
Get everything done. Yeah.
Now, how much control do you have?
None. Nope.
So you have no say in what pictures they use or no
nothing.
Advice?
You never even see them. It's funny because when the very first magazine came out, everybody's like wants to hit our media back home and everything. And they're like, well, what's it look like? And can we see? I'm like, your guess is going to be as good as mine when I open it on the newsstand for the first time too. So you don't get to see anything before.
Now, do they send you a copy or do you have to go out and buy a copy?
I think the first one they sent a copy. See, it's been like a couple of years. I can't remember. But then the ones after that, the other ones, no.
What were the looks like when you walked up and pulled it up? Like, do I got to pay for this? Of course you do.
Well, it's so funny because
hold it up next to you. Hi.
Yeah.
We have
a certain adult store in Niles. And that's like, I kept calling there. I'm like, they probably thought like, what is this? Is this like somebody being like all weird stuff? I'm like, do you got the Playboy editions yet? Blah, 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 blah. They'd be like, no. And I kept calling like every day. They probably thought I was nuts. And then finally I said, listen. And then I said, I'm waiting for this to come in. Can you just tell me? And then the guy, whoever was working, saw it in the newspaper that it was coming out. Is this Lisa by chance? I'm like, yeah, how'd you know? Do the math, I guess, right?
Yeah. I call every day, looking for a specific thing, and it's in the paper.
Yeah.
And what was the reaction of being in Niles? I mean, did it sell out quickly? Or
yes, actually, I think he said he had at that time he had to reorder it like 2 or 3 times because everybody was wanting it because I was local. They were running in to get it, and actually he it was so nice because he gave me a deal on them or something, and I signed a bunch of them for him to sell too.
Okay.
He's like, so now he had the autographed copies too. So yeah, he was real nice about it and everything.
Now, when it first came out, grocery shopping. Hair up, no makeup, sweats, and all that. Anyone kind of walk up, go, hey, can you sign this for me?
Yeah, and they still do. Still do. To this day, it's funny because we were just in the grocery store, a couple of days ago, and it was like 7:30 in the morning, and I looked like, well, not so glamorous. Sweatpants on, no makeup. Like, I was like, I shouldn't even been out in public. I'm like, we'd run down, do something. And there was somebody like, oh, hi, I want you to meet, my friend. And I was like, oh, man, I look like crap. It's always when it happens, when I look like crap.
And I mean, you've always heard, stories of it. They always catch me at the worst possible time. And
yeah.
So for the VIP, your film, you filmed a little bit of season 2,
yeah,
which would be kind of technically season 3.
3, yeah.
You changed producers and
right,
and all that, and you're halfway through. When are you going to pick up film the rest of the second season?
Actually, I believe next month we're getting the shooting schedule. I believe, yeah. So it'll be another 2 weeks solid where we won't breathe for like 2 weeks. And I don't eat, you don't eat, you don't. And then I get mad because I usually don't get my runs in a lot of times, and I turn angry.
But there's
thing. But there's a punching bag in the bedroom, so
and your husband's sitting there going, she gets angry. And so about another couple weeks. So you're pushing Halloween, and when that comes around, put the ears and bunny tail on when trick-or-treaters come, or you just keep it low-key?
I keep it low-key. It's funny because if you saw me walking around where we live, like 9 out of 10 times, I don't have no makeup on, the hair's pulled back, and I got running stuff on. I mean, you'd be like, wait, that's not her. But they recognize me every time. But I don't like have to glam it up. Like a lot of women, I don't even go out of the house without my makeup, let alone be in the public eye. That would be a no-no, you would think. I'm like, hell with it. Like, I want people to see I'm real, that you're not, some snobby, somebody does your hair and your makeup and your nails. And no, I do it all. Well, minus my nails. Like, I can't do that.
Now, when you film your show, do you do your own hair and makeup for it, or do they bring someone in to...
Actually, for the show, yep, I do it all myself.
Okay, and that's just to keep it part of the reality part, or you just prefer to have it done yourself?
I just prefer, yeah. Like when I do photo shoots, when it's, for the photographers and whatever look, they'll get whoever they want because they're going for a different, a vision that they have or whatever. But when it's my call, I do it myself.
Okay, because I just know models they just don't go to anybody. Everyone.
Yeah.
Well, women in
and you
general.
can't.
Not to be a sexist, but women in general, and I guess guys for the same thing. Those who have hair, I mean, before I went to the Bic razor, same barber for 30 years.
Right.
You just get used to doing that. And was it kind of different to put trust into someone else?
Yeah, because I've had my fair share of when the makeup artist, somebody wasn't on the same page one time, and I'm not naming no names and what the project was, but they put this blue ass eyeshadow. It would claim up to here, and this like red lips. I'm like, oh my, I look like an idiot. I was like, what is this? But it doesn't matter because when they're paying you, that's what they want you to look like. Now, I didn't like it, but it wasn't up to me.
Now,
yeah, it sometimes could be bad.
We got a few minutes left. Before we go back over VIP when it comes on, what advice do you have for aspiring actors, actresses, models, and all that?
You just got to go for it.
Go for it.
Yeah, you got to. You have to. And a lot of times, if you know somebody, that's great and whatever. But you got to always remember, nobody cares about your dream more than you do. And that's what I learned. They don't care. I'll try to help you. Usually people have motives. I mean, let's face it, especially in the modeling, acting, the entertainment industry in general, if somebody's going to help you, it's usually because they got motives. I mean, I'm just telling you the truth. Okay. I mean, it is. So you just got to figure out what do I need to do? And you go do it legitimately. And then that way you don't have to, owe people favors and feel like you need to be pressured into a situation or whatever, because there's no need for it.
Okay, and haters motivate you more.
Haters, I love haters. I love haters. I love my supporters. I love my fans and my friends. They're awesome, and I love how they support me all the time. But the haters, thank you, because they're the reason why I run 5 miles every day. They're the reason why I work out. They're the reason why I will never back down from anything.
Okay, and October 7th.
October 6th.
6th.
October 6th.
Sunday, October 6th.
At noon.
The CW Youngstown, right before football.
Mm-hmm.
You're in Cleveland. Are you a bumblebee or a pumpkin lover?
I'm a pumpkin.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Now when the cameras go off,
yellow and black doesn't look good on me. I prefer orange because it's the new pink.
Nice. Orange is the new pink.
Yeah.
Very cool. And it would be 12 noon.
12 noon, yep.
Leading up to, hopefully, the Browns game. Where people...
hopefully.
Now, will it be downloaded onto YouTube? Or will
we'll have the episodes on there once they air. There is parts of Cleveland that actually the Youngstown CW makes it up here too, but I'm not sure where it stops, where you guys, your local stations take over or not. But there is, because we have some fans up here that they'll watch the show, so I don't know how far up into Cleveland it actually
just kind of
reaches.
check local listings. I mean, it does, just because it's at noon down there, it could
doesn't mean it could be different
3 a.m. up here.
Yeah, it could be totally different up here.
But if there's a CW, most likely somewhere in Ohio, it will possibly be played.
Yeah, you'd have to check. Yeah, however that all works.
But, you're going to run with it as long as
we're going to run till it runs no more.
Very cool.
Or something else comes along. That's usually what happens.
I can't thank you guys enough for making the trip
Thank
up.
you. Thanks for having
Continued
me.
success.
Thank you.
We'll get you back on again. Ladies and gentlemen, Lisa Neeld, Playboy cover model, actor, TV host. This has been the Russell Reed Show. Don't forget about the MSC Radio Network Birthday Bash, September 20th at Rock City Tap House. Until next week, ladies and gentlemen, be good.